Shalom, everyone, to Living with the Times. We've been discussing the current situation in Israel and looking at different allusions or hints in the Torah portions that we're reading. So in last week's Parsha of Lech Lecha, there's a war between 4 kings and 5 kings. And in the process of that war, Abraham's nephew Lot and many other people from the city of Sodom are taken captive. And Avram, who is known for his chesed, his loving kindness, he jumps into battle and he travels all the ways up north, and he's able to rescue Lot and all the other captives and defeat the 4 kings and bring the captives back. And so Melchizedek, who was called the priest of Jerusalem of the time, came out to greet him, and he said, blessed is God who has delivered your enemies into your hand. And the word there for delivered is migain. Now, this word is, here it's in a verb form, that God is delivering your enemies into your hand. Well, right after that, God comes to Abraham and says, Anochi magen lach, scharcha harbe ma'od. I will protect you. Your schut, your merit is very great. So the question is, why did God have to come to him and assure him? And here the word is magain, is a shield. I will shield you. So most of us are obviously aware of the symbol called the Magen David, the Star of David. It is the symbol on the Israeli flag. And many people wear a Magen David. It's become the premier symbol of the Jewish people. But even before that, it really appears by Avram first. And that's why in the Amidah, the standing prayer, the most essential prayer of Judaism, the first blessing ends, Baruch atah Hashem, Magen Avraham. Blessed are you, God, who protects Abraham. And it comes from the story that I'm explaining now. So Rashi asks a similar question. Why does God have to assure him? He came back, he got the captives back, everything seems good. But Avram was bothered by the fact that he had to kill people in order to win this war and to free the captives. And that bothered him. Avram is a highly ethical person, a person of loving kindness. And so God had to come to assure him that he shouldn't be worried by this, and he shouldn't be worried that in the future these same people will come after him, because your reward is very great. So here we see some very, very important things. We know that one of the 10 commandments is that you shall not kill. But we also have a principle in Judaism of the right and the legitimacy to protect yourself and your family, your community, your country. And so the principle is, if someone rises up to kill you, you have the right to kill them first. It's not turn your other cheek. And so we end the Amidah 3 times a day with the word shalom, a prayer for peace. We are always seeking peace. But people who know the history of the last 120 years here in Israel, It's just been one war after another and one terrorist attack after another. And our survival depends on our ability to defend ourselves. Nonetheless, we see Avram was bothered by it. And of course, every war has terrible consequences, but it doesn't take away our right to live, our right to defend ourselves. And so this is our situation today, that we have enemies who have made peace with us. We have peace with Egypt, we have peace with Jordan, and we just made peace with 4 Arab countries in the Abraham Accords. So we pursue peace, and we see that there is a possibility of peace coming from the Arab world. But there is still a segment of Arab and Muslim society that is bent on our destruction. They say it openly, they say it clearly, and if we learned anything from World War II, that when a leader gets up and professes a belief in the destruction of the Jewish people, we have to believe it. We have to believe that they're for real. And so our enemies right now, they outright declare that they won't stop until they destroy the state of Israel. And the only way they can do that is destroy all the people here. And so we have the right of self-defense. And with all of the strength of our army, we still need the Magen Avraham. We still need God's protection. So I appeal to everyone that we need to unite as a people, and just the whole world, not just the Jewish people, have to come together and realize that we have to put an end to this type of cruelty and inhumanity that we saw on Simchas Torah. And at the same time, we have to increase our prayers to protect our soldiers, that they should be successful, that all of the captives should be returned safely, and that the forces of good can defeat the forces of evil. So we need to support Israel and support our soldiers, but we also have to appeal to God to be our Magen Avraham and Magen David, and between our actions and God's protection, may we be successful.